Be ready for dictation. 15 seconds to go. 5 seconds to go. Honorable Speaker, before I commence Part A of the budget, I want to take a moment to acknowledge how isolating and distancing seemed like insurmountable challenges for a country like ours that has people coming together in times of crisis. It hurt us in many ways. I bow my head in respect to every citizen for the endurance shown in facing what was an undeniably a tough year for all of our physical and mental well-being. I wish to lay a vision for Atmanirbhar Bharat. Atmanirbharta is not a new idea. Ancient India was largely self-reliant and equally a business epicenter of the world. Atmanirbhar Bharat is an expression of 130 crores Indians who have full confidence in their capabilities and skills. We are already part of international groupings such as the G20 and BRICS, the Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure, and the International Solar Alliance are realities today due to India's efforts. The proposals in will further strengthen the Sankalp of Nation First, doubling farmers' income, strong infrastructure, healthy India, good governance, opportunities for youth, education for all, women empowerment, and inclusive development, among others. Additionally, also on the path to fast implementation are the 13 promises we had made in the budget of 2015-16, which were to materialize during the Amrit Mahotsav of 2022 on the 75th year of our independence. They too resonate with this vision of Atmanirbharta. The budget proposals for 2021-2022 rest on six pillars. 1. Health and well-being. At the outset, I would like to say that the investment on health infrastructure in this budget has increased substantially. Progressively, as institutions absorb more, we shall commit more. Taking a holistic approach to health, we focus on strengthening three areas: preventive, curative, and well-being. A new centrally sponsored scheme, PM Atmanirbhar Swasth Bharat Yojana, will be launched with an outlay of about rupees 64,000 crores over 6 years. This will develop capacities of primary, secondary, and tertiary care health systems, strengthen existing national institutions, and create new institutions to cater to detection and cure of new and emerging diseases. To strengthen nutritional content, delivery, outreach, and outcome, we will merge the Supplementary Nutrition Program and the Poshan Abhiyan and launch the mission Poshan 2.0. We shall adopt an intensified strategy to improve nutritional outcomes across 112 aspirational districts as suggested by WHO. Having examined a number of judgments rendered by this court, we are of the view that orders passed by the employer seeking recovery of monetary benefits wrongly extended to employees can only be interfered with in cases where such recovery would result in a hardship of a nature which would far outweigh the equitable balance of the employer's right to recover. In other words, interference would be called for only in such cases where it would be iniquitous to recover the payment made. In order to ascertain the parameters of the above consideration and the test to be applied, reference needs to be made to situations when this court exempted employees from such recovery even in exercise of its jurisdiction under Article 142 of the Constitution of India. Repeated exercise of such power for doing complete justice in any cause would establish that the recovery being effected was iniquitous and therefore arbitrary, and accordingly the interference at the hands of this court as between two parties, if a determination is rendered in favor of the party which is the weaker of the two without any serious detriment to the other, the issue resolved would be in consonance with the concept of justice which is assured to the citizens of India even in the preamble of the Constitution of India. The right to recover being pursued by the employer will have to be compared with the effect of the recovery on the concerned employee. If the effect of the recovery from the concerned employee would be more unfair, more wrongful, more improper, and more unwarranted than the corresponding right of the employer to recover the amount, then it would be iniquitous and arbitrary to effect the recovery. In such a situation, the employee's right would outbalance and therefore eclipse the right of the employer to recover. The doctrine of equality is a dynamic and evolving concept having many dimensions. The embodiment of the doctrine of equality can be found in Articles 14 to 18 contained in Part 3 of the Constitution of India dealing with fundamental rights. These articles of the Constitution, besides assuring equality before the law and equal protection of the laws, also disallow discrimination with the object of achieving equality in matters of employment, abolish untouchability, and extinguish titles to scale down the status of a section of the society with such appellations as such